E-Tang gang, what's poppin', man? This your boy Tay, back at y'all again with another video. Peace, love, and abundance. I appreciate y'all for tapping in as always. If you want to support the channel, all my links are in my description. Also, check out the E-Tang gang community if you need some extra help on your journey. We're doing a 30-day challenge right now, so this is the perfect opportunity for you to tap in, man, and get some of this good energy. So I did a consultation with a guy, and he was asking me how to deal with the aggression that comes with this journey and just the strong sexual urges, and I'm gonna tell you guys like this, right? You can't get rid of those urges. They're not gonna go away. All right, I'm sorry to say, there's no magic pill, there's no technique that you're gonna do that makes all these things disappear, because why would you want it to disappear? Your sexual urge, that is biologically imprinted inside of you. Okay, that's your driving force to life. If you didn't have that sexual desire, you wouldn't do anything. You would just have a bunch of zombies walking around. That is the flame, that is the eternal fire inside of you. Okay? So what we have to do is learn how to cohabitate with that. You know what I'm saying? It's like if I go to the gym and I say, well, I want to build muscle, but I don't want to feel the pain that comes with building muscle. And that's just unrealistic. You're gonna feel some resistance because that's a part of the process. Your muscle rebuilds itself with more nerve endings and denser muscle tissue, right? Your mind gets stronger. So it's not that the weight gets lighter, it gets easier, it's just you get stronger and you adapt to it. So you're able to handle the pressure a lot better. So the same thing with your sexual urges. You need to be patient with yourself and just go through that fire so that you can learn how to deal with it. Not only deal with it, but use it. This is your energy to use to create whatever you want. All right, and a lot of guys don't know that because you've been taught to just reproduce, like sex. That's all there is to this energy. No, it's a creative force. It has many different uses. It was a game I used to play called Alchemy. And you mix elements, the 4 elements together: fire, water, air, and earth. And the more you start mixing these elements and creating, you start to create some advanced things. So your sexual urges is like fire. And fire can be used for many different things. But you only know one use of fire, right? But fire can be used for cooking, it can be used for heat, it can be used for thermal energy, it can be used for creating, forging, a lot of different things, right? But until you start to master these different levels of fire, you're going to only know, okay, well, this sexual urge, I got to get with this woman, I got to release. You're never building yourself up. You're never gaining any new skills, right? This is a skill that you have to learn and master, right? So we want to learn how to transmute our energy, alchemize our energy. Reproducing is the lowest form of creation. And it's a beautiful thing, right? But anybody can have a baby. Animals have babies. Literally, they have babies. So, that's a God-given. But it takes a special type of individual to be able to create their vision and to make the fabric of their reality change based off of their creative force or their sexual energy. That's another level. And a lot of people can't do that. They don't know how to do that. So this is what we're doing. This is what you're trying to master, is how to alchemize that energy to change your reality. And especially for you guys that's early on in this journey, you're going to feel a lot of different things. The urges are going to be very strong because you're not used to having this much energy built up inside of you. It's new to your body. So what you expect? You got to expect it's going to be some type of, discomfort. The longer that you stick with it, it gets easier. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to always have this need to release. And that's what you're doing, is you're deprogramming your mind to thinking this is the only way I can feel pleasure, right? This is the only use I have for my creative force. So the aggression, let's talk about that. The aggression a lot of times comes from you being activated. You see, there might have been a lot of times where you was frustrated with women, and that frustration turned to bitterness. Maybe you didn't get what you wanted. Maybe you had a toxic relationship, whatever the case might be. But when you take on this journey, all those suppressed emotions that you had start to rise back to the surface, right? So if you can look at your energetic body, if you can see it for what it is, you have all these different mini storms in different areas of your energetic body. And so they're disrupting your frequency. You want your frequency to be smooth all the way through, right? The energy flowing nice and easy. But if you got these mini storms all over the place, it's going to be chaotic. Your energy is going to be very, inconsistent. You see what I'm saying? So you are noticing or being aware of what's been suppressed inside of you. That anger doesn't go away just because you forgot about it. You was angry one day until you wasn't. And you're like, well, I'm not angry anymore. Well, that might be the case, but that energy is still inside of you. And it's going to get stronger over time if you allow it, if you let it sit. It's going to grow and grow and grow. And then you're going to wonder why you feel this emotion out of nowhere or in certain situations that might trigger you. See, retention triggers a lot of your emotions because we learn how to suppress a lot of things, to make ourselves feel better or to have confidence in ourselves, right? We don't have to think about the traumatic experiences we went through, so we'll learn how to put a mask over them. Or this journey is going to take that mask off and say, you know what? Nah, look in the mirror, deal with this and get it up out of here. It's not helping us. Okay? So the aggression that you're feeling is part of your healing. That's a good thing. All right? Also, it lets you know your testosterone and all those things are working as well too. The fact that you feel anything. Feeling is good. You want to feel emotions. Emotions let you know that you're alive. It lets you know that you have a soul. It lets you know that, you're actually aware of what's going on around you. See, because a robot doesn't have any feelings or anything, any thoughts, any inner dialogue or anything. It's just here. It's just programmed. So you're learning how to be a better man, point blank, period. And you have to, because when you're dealing with women, you got to be strong. A woman's going to test you. Her energy alone is chaotic, not in a bad way, but, it fluctuates a lot. So as a man, you got to train yourself how to be in one, right? Be one for yourself, be anchored down, be locked in, be grounded. So that way, when you do deal with women, like nothing's going to affect you. And whatever you're doing in life, you want to be like this unmovable force. You know what I'm saying? No matter what the weather's like, no matter what's, like coming against you, that you can always be grounded and still and anchored in. But I will give you a technique that I did do to master my sexual energy. Okay? First thing you want to do is you want to embody what you feel. When you get that urge, just sit back and just let it run through your body, right? Let it move how it wants to. Don't do anything. Don't react. Don't think. Just feel it. Okay? And then just get used to feeling that energy when it happens. That's the first step to mastering yourself. You don't always got to do something. And I think that's our issues. We don't know how to be still sometimes. Just be still and just be. You don't got to move. You ain't got to go here, go there. You ain't always got to give your energy to something. You can just sit still and just allow yourself to be conscious of what's going on. All right? Once you learn how to do that, what I start doing is I merge that energy, what I feel. I've embodied that sexual energy. So now I merge it to my ideas, right? You want them to kind of work together. Because that energy is the fuel. That creative force is the fuel for this. Everything that you have in this world is from here, right? But you can't just think what you want. It has to have a creative force behind it, which is your sexual energy. Okay? When you put those two together, you can create anything you want. You can do anything in this world if that desire is strong enough. When it comes to women, bro, your strong desire to be with a woman it should have a purpose. It shouldn't just be, oh, I see her and she looks good, so I wanna breed with her. I wanna mate with her. Nah, bro. Like this is also your training. You gotta start having discernment. You gotta be able to look at people for who they are, not how they look. Okay, it's all about feeling. You know, like I know, everybody's not meant to be with you, and you know that having a lot of people, having quantity isn't it. It's about quality, right? You want quality people around you. You can have 100 women, you know what I'm saying, in your phone, in your DMs, but are they all quality though? You see what I'm saying? So this all is a reflection of you. If you don't respect yourself, then you're not going to get respectable people showing up in your life. And when you don't care about yourself, when you don't love yourself, you'll let anybody in your space. You know what I'm saying? Hence why every girl to you looks good. Every girl you want to just get with. Every girl makes you on the verge of relapsing. It shouldn't be that way. This journey, you should get to a point in this journey where it's quality. You know, I'm not just letting anybody in my space, because I know that can be a liability on my behalf. I'm not trying to carry this person around with me, and I don't know who they are. I don't know what they're going to bring into my life, what type of baggage they have. That's how you should be thinking. You know what I'm saying? It's not that you don't have sexual desire anymore. It's that you learn how to protect your sexual energy, because you know this is your creative power. This is your paintbrush. Right? People will come and try to steal your creative power, aka your sexual energy, and they'll use it for themselves. But a lot of y'all didn't know that, huh? So you trying to just out here trying to sleep around with everybody. You don't know who they are. You don't know what type of spirit they have, what their intentions are, and they just taking your energy and using it for themselves. And now you drain. You can't create. You're not manifesting like you used to. A lot of things just start happening. So you gotta start looking at your sexual energy as a tool, as opposed to just something that you only feel. It's not. It's a tool, right? It's a force. So the aggression, it comes with the territory. It's healing. You know, it's a part of your journey to master yourself as a man. The sexual urges, that's a part of you too. We don't get rid of it. We don't suppress it. We learn how to use it. We learn how to alchemize it and then use it to create. Feel what I'm saying? So, man, hey, I hope this can help you out, man. If you guys got any more questions, let me know. If you need to speak with me, I do one-on-one consultations, so I'll leave my link in my description. Peace, love, and abundance, and I'm out.